Good?
Let's do it.
ClickUp is famous for its content engine. What separates yours from the others?
The big difference between ClickUp's content is we're not afraid to take risks. So most companies will just speak of their product and talk about their product over and over and over. You should not do that.
In the agentic future, as the human layer in the go-to-market functions, making a difference in the software industry.
I want to be around our customers. You cannot replace this.
This episode is made possible by SaaStoNet 2026, where SaaS meets sea and sand.
Yeah, come on, big personality.
This time, someone really special.
Oh my God. No, he starts like this with everybody.
Because we have only
No,
special guests.
Really special.
But this time, really special. Why is it that last, really? Because we managed to do it super fast because he's fully booked. He's super busy and we didn't have any other slots for him
No.
because we are super busy as well.
Yeah, you're busy too.
But I wanted to introduce someone who's, game changer would be the understatement here. So let me do it. He turned what started as a project management tool to a social media phenomenon. Billion impressions was a line he crossed in 2024, and that number today is much bigger. He's founding member of ClickUp and someone who does amazing job at staying ahead of tech curve. He's brave and bold in marketing, and he's not afraid of taking the wild cards. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Chris Cunningham.
Here we
Chris,
are.
welcome to the special edition
Happy to
of
be
the
here.
Monkey Business
In
Talk
the
Show.
right corner.
Yeah. How are you doing, SaaStoNet, man?
I'm loving it. This conference is fun, very high energy, which matches my energy. If you saw me speak on stage, I bring a lot. So it's good to see the people are fun. The parties go late. The side quests are great. We have wineries. I'm at a dinner right now for a VC. There's so many things going on.
Are you first time in Croatia?
First time in this part of Croatia. I've been to Dubrovnik for a wedding,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never been to Split or Šibenik, so this is new for me.
Yeah, and so the SaaStoNet is also a new one for
This is
you.
my brand new conference, but I will be back. I'm a big fan of what Leo's put together and the team. I think just the video they put out today is incredible. The quality of content, the small details he thinks of, the parties, the fun, the speakers. I'm a massive fan of this conference. I do a lot. I'm on a 7-week speaking tour.
Yeah, so you saw the lineup, you saw the speakers, you saw who's attending. For the next year, who do you think SaaStoNet would be perfect for?
Oh man, I think there's so many people at SaaS that would be great for. Again, I think what people are looking for here, I can tell these are operators, like these are founders, right? So I think, maybe bringing in potentially our founder who's like, I'm the face, I do a lot of talking, but Zeb is the real genius. I think bringing in someone like Grant, founder of Gamma AI, would be incredible. Just raise a nice Series B. I also think bringing in someone like Sam Jacobs, who speaks to founders from Pavilion. I think there's so many more. I think I'm glad to see Jen here. Glad to see Nathan, who I went to college with, actually.
Yeah.
Funny enough, Nathan and I was the founder of ClickUp Zeb. We all went to college together. I think there's so many more that we could keep rolling on. Kristen, CMO of Gamma. I think there's a lot of good.
But for the audiences, who do you think visiting SaaStoNet is a must-go?
Oh, for the audience?
Yes.
I think anyone who's a founder of any company, I would say anywhere from that 0 to that 10 million trying to break ahead. I think the tips here are really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you're in that 0 to 10, 15, 20 million ARR and you're looking to go to the next level, I mean, just looking at, I met so many other founders I didn't even know, like the founder of Cake.com was here, right? And we compete a bit, but I've also really respected his work. So cool to meet. I think everyone here is here to help one another. Like there is no gatekeeping. I really like the content. I think some is like usually high level and fluff, but I mean, everything, I was taking a lot of pictures today of prompts and different slides. So I think anyone who's trying to get ahead, and if you just want to have some fun as well, like if you want to break, like why not come here? This is somewhere you might not visit on your own. So there's no reason not to come.
Yeah. You mentioned something that we touched actually the last night a little bit on, and that's competition. Competition is like, what's the competition? But still, you have, ClickUp is famous for its content engine. Like content engine is just sick. Many other companies are doing amazing with the content that drive their conversions. What separates yours content machine from the others?
I think the big difference between ClickUp's content is we're not afraid to take risk. Like many other companies, like, oh, I don't want to like steer away enterprise customers. They're too afraid. I think they look at marketing in the old days. I think they look at marketing as if they just need to talk about their brand. So most companies will just speak of their product and talk about their product over and over and over. you should not do that, number one. Like if you want to build a media brand, you need to talk about something else. You need to relate to your customers, right? But in a different way. You can talk about your product later, but you need a different top of funnel strategy. The other thing they do is they just do whatever their competitors do. They watch their competition and they just want to say, okay, well, since Notion's doing this or since Asana's doing this, I should do this. I don't do any of that. I don't watch, I think they're boring anyway, but I don't watch them, right? Like I don't need,
shots fired.
I don't want to do what they do, right? I don't, and I think that that's the biggest mistake you can make, because when you're making content, you need to think about what's true to yourself.
Yeah.
At ClickUp, we like to laugh. That's why we wanted to make the content make laugh. If someone tries to copy our content, it'll probably be hard because it's not what they like to do. So if you like music, I think you should incorporate music into your content. If you like stand-up comedy, you should incorporate that. Whatever you're really into, because people can feel it. They can feel anything that's fake. So I think people just aren't real. I think they're creating what they think they should create rather than what they feel they should create.
That's a really good take. But however, when we roll back a little bit, there's a lot of early stage founders who are afraid of camera, afraid of creating.
Very
content.
fair, very fair.
And how do you approach them? What do you want them to know before they make an excuse why they don't want to write that LinkedIn post, make that video or whatnot?
One, what is there really to be afraid of, right? Like what is there being afraid of when you hit post? Are you going to lose a client? No, right? As long as you're not posting something crazy. If you want to go the controversial route, like some people do, sure, you might use clients, but you'll probably get more from getting attention anyway. What you need to understand about marketing is people just need to see you, and they can never see you if you don't hit post. They will never see you. So one, I would say, what are you afraid of? Two, I understand it's uncomfortable. I used to stutter as a kid. When I was in school, they called me Stutterham. I used to like stutter a lot. And that took me time to get past. It's not like I'm an amazing speaker from the start. I was actually really terrible. My first speech, I got laughed off the stage. I stuttered a lot. I was very nervous. Sweat coming down my palms. So I started attacking it. I took Toastmasters. I started taking speeches and practicing and getting better. And I'm not even to say that I'm the best of content. And the last thing I'll say is, if you really are just not going to be on camera, that's okay. Then hire a creator. Find someone you work with. Get someone on camera. Someone's got to be on camera. If no one is, how's anyone going to see you? Everyone is right here on their phone. If you're not there, there's no way. And anyone can build things quite faster now. So the moat that you get from marketing is something you have to find in some way. And what you also don't realize is people will just generally like you anyway if you're being your authentic self. So there's nothing to be afraid of. Just be yourself. Like, no one's going to really hate you for coming out and saying what you're working on and trying hard. And if they do, that's going to happen anyways. There's people hate on me all the time. It's okay.
But can hiring creators actually replace them being the face of the brand?
So look, at the end of the day, I was making our content at the beginning, right? And I still make content, but I knew that I wasn't as funny as some of these actors, and I knew that they could probably get more views than me. And I was correct in that, right? So that's why I had enough ego to realize, hey, I love being the face of ClickUp, but we're only at like 10,000 followers, right? Like 11,000 followers. I want more. And so I knew if I got an actor or someone who's really natural on camera, someone who can make this comedy or this content I wanted to create, they could go farther than me. But I agree. Like, any CEO should still be posting. There is no reason not to. But it doesn't mean, like, if you want to catch a different audience or something, you can have other people, right? Like at ClickUp, yes, I'm posting. Kyle Coleman is posting. Our CEO Zeb is posting. Our CFO Dan Zhang, she's posting. We have everyone posting, right? But we're all reaching different audiences. So the more you can get, the better. But yes, CEO should post. But if you're worried about it or you want to reach a different audience, creators are a great option.
And when you brought that idea of, okay, I'm going to hire a bunch of actors and we're going to create skits and we're going to use Instagram or, social media as a driver of visibility, was there any like pushback within the organization that like, I'm not really sure about that one?
100% there was pushback. I mean, can you imagine me pitching this and, hey, I'm hiring some actors, they're going to twerk, they're going to dance. Like, our content's kind of wild, right?
Yes.
At the beginning, there was a little bit of pushback, but what I challenged them back was like, well, what are we just going to keep doing the same thing? Like, we're not getting any views. This isn't working. You challenged me to hit a goal, so I'm asking you to let me test. I'm not going to spend much money at the beginning. So what I challenge back or ask anyone else to do is start spending low, because in marketing, like everything good in business, you just need signal. You just need a sign, right? So what I asked was, give me $3K a month. Let me spend $3K a month on a creator. I'll act in the videos with them. I'll be as cheap as possible. We'll shoot on the iPhone, and give me a little bit of time. The first month, we had a couple of videos, 20K, 30K, and they're like, it's not that big. I was like, give me a little more time. I'm asking, like, I need a little time. Second month, we had 4 videos hit over 1 million views. Now they're intrigued. Now they're like, can you hit 20 million? I'm like, yeah, give us a little more time. Third month, we hit like 40 million impressions. Now they're like, how do we hit 100? Give me a second actor. So they give me a second actor, and so now they'll give me whatever budget I want. Now I don't want any more budget, because then you get more eyeballs on you, right? So I keep the budget where it's at. I got my 2 actors. I bring in some others, but we treat this like an operation. This is like a media company. Like Mondays, we're script writing, right? Like Mondays, we're writing scripts and then we pitch it to each other. Tuesdays, we're fine tuning the scripts. And on Mondays, we vote on which one wins. Wednesdays, we're buying the props. We're setting up the shoot. Thursdays, we shoot from 8 to 6 p.m., shooting the whole day. We get about 15 videos done. And then Friday, we analyze the data. This is a day-to-day operation. This isn't some easy thing that we just show up and hope that the videos go viral. Like we're paying attention to the data. We're writing scripts with that in mind. It's a serious thing, but that took time. And again, like it's very competitive. It's getting more competitive because more people are wanting to do what we're doing.
Exactly.
But I'm ready for the challenge.
Yesterday we talked with Ogden from Artificial, and why I'm bringing him up right now is that many of marketing teams out there are looking up to ClickUp, and they're noticing that ClickUp always worked with humans, always worked with actors, just like you said. Now, ClickUp has something that is AI video generated from the Artificial. Why?
Sure. I'm still betting on humans, very much so, but I'm also not ignorant that AI is here and I'm not going to ignore it. So what I'll tell you I'm doing, I'm actually working with a guy who's here. I didn't realize he was here. Yeah.
That's
So,
Ogden.
yeah, Ogden. I always say his name wrong. So Ogden's how you pronounce it. I've been pronouncing his name wrong. Sorry, Ogden. I was definitely not calling you Origin at all, I promise. So Ogden, I did hire him to do AI video, and he's very talented. He just did another big one for us for a big release. The reason why I'm testing AI is sometimes I don't have time to do certain videos with that, and I also want to make sure I'm good. If AI does take over, I want to understand that I know how to make great AI videos. So I am betting human first. I am very, very human. I'm not stopping my operation at all. I don't think AI can make these videos that I make. But for a different release video or something cool to show our product, I'm down to test AI. And I think AI is actually performing pretty well on LinkedIn. And what I like to test, what no one else is doing yet, is AI with human. So like if you look back in ClickUp's video, we had this one that was like during Christmas. Jim Friend interviewed Santa Claus. And so Santa Claus is AI, and it's a human. It's back and forth, and people can almost not even tell, which is kind of scary. But so I'm definitely still testing AI. I've built an AI meme page. It's creating videos each day. It's not beating my other videos, but it's getting some traction. So at any point in time, no matter what's coming out in marketing, no matter what I'm betting on, I'm still checking the side. I'm still paying attention. And Ogden is my way of staying on top of that. He's one of the top that I've ever worked with. He's very professional. I almost don't want too many people to know because I need his time. But no, I'm just playing. He's a great person to work with. But I am testing AI. I'm staying ahead, and I want to make sure I understand what's going on and what capabilities it has.
What do you think is the best move for the early stage founders? Like, should they play with AI or just invest in humans?
It depends on the goal. It depends how much budget they have. Like AI videos are not, like Ogden's not cheap. Ogden's not cheap. His AI videos are, I still pay him a decent amount for those, right? But I would think if you're trying to make a video on a big scale and you can't go hire these big actors, you can't go do these big sets, I would test AI. I would highly recommend testing AI. As much as I hate saying that, because I do still think the actors in real videos will win. Like I know what I like to watch, and typically I scroll past AI, but it's getting kind of good. And there's something that's very intriguing and done well by someone,
I'm always afraid of that line where AI is just cringe. Like, and it's super easy to get it into cringe, especially when someone is trying to sell it as real.
Yeah, if you're faking it, that's a problem to me, and that is cringe. And I think in the future, social is going to have to like put AI or some tag because I think things can get weird. So in that case, I'm still betting on humans. Like if you ask me right now, I can only choose one or the other. I'm choosing humans all day long for content, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to test AI and see what's up.
There's a lot of wild copies on ClickUp's website, and that's partially the reason why many marketers look up to you, because how can you just figure that out? When you open your homepage, it says software to replace all software. That's quite controversial and bold positioning. Can you walk us through that idea of how does one decides to go full berserk when it comes to the homepage copy?
ClickUp has had one mission since day one, and it's never changed. And I remember the first time we took an investor meeting with a very, very big VC firm, one of the biggest VC firms. We were basically laughed out of the building when we told them our goal was to make one app to replace them all, right? Like one app you log into for work, and then you're done, and that's it. And they told us that we needed to niche down and that we would fail if we stayed on that mission. But at the time, a lot of software is very opinionated. Asana used to make you log into a board view or a list view, right? We built this custom software that didn't make you do anything. And then we started building the other softwares. We started building whiteboards like Miro. We started building docs like Notion. We started building time trackers. We started building it all. And at that point, no one's laughing anymore because people started using us a lot. And then the other companies started copying us, as you can see. And that's what happens in our space. They start copying, no judgment there, they should. So I think we won that battle in showing that you can have one work there, but we still have a way bigger mission to say one app to replace everything, right? Or software to replace all software. That's a very big statement.
Yeah.
But if there's one thing that we've learned from coming from zero, to a new world of giants, like when you come into a space where people have millions on hundreds of millions of dollars, and you maybe have $1 million in your bank account, you have to make big statements, and then you have to try to back it up. So I think that the mission hasn't changed. We've been saying that since day one. When we first did billboards, our billboards were one after a place alone. That's all we said. Or we said save a day a week. Pretty wild copy too. Saving it, what, 24 hours a week? That's a lot. But we feel we can back that up if you use our software properly.
Yeah.
So I think that yes, but ClickUp is bold. We're always going to be bold. We always feel like we're fighting giants. I still feel like we're fighting giants. We're fighting Microsoft. We're fighting Atlassian. You know, like these are big companies. But I think that is how we write copy. And I'm not saying it's perfect.
Yeah.
But
Let's get into the performance side of things. How often you change the copy to test the new one?
We're testing anything you see. We're probably testing that right now. It might be you refresh, it might switch. We're testing at all times. We're testing insane amount. One thing we've learned to ClickUp in marketing or in development, everything in general, test, listen to data. We're testing our ads. We're testing the copy. We're testing everything at all times. We have no ego about it. We'll switch anytime the data says differently.
And I guess there's quite a big bucket of ideas you have for
Massive.
more. Yeah.
Massive. I'll get some crazier copy if you're ready for it. The team is we're still pretty young, I think, for where we're at, and we're going to stay that way. I think we're going to stay a little crazy. I think Gen Z loves it too, and I think even the boomers are starting to respect, how we do marketing. They're not all do, but again, like things are changing. We're just trying to make sure we're on the forefront. So we're testing like Gen Z copy, we're testing boomer copy, all this.
How many copies of the homepage? It's quite narrow question, but how many copies of the homepage would you recommend testing at once for the others?
I would say anywhere from 6 to 8 at any time if you can. But change small things. Like what some people realize, they think it's just just one landing page versus this landing page. No, we'll test everything versus everything. At one point, it might just be testing the main headline. At one point, it might be testing the comparison pages. We're always testing everything. We just obsess over testing. And I think it's really helped us.
Yeah.
What percentage of the budget is actually associated to just testing everything?
And in marketing alone, I don't know if I have an exact number for you. It's hard to say. I have resources to spend on it, right? I have a couple employees. We have agents that are helping with that now.
Yes, yeah.
But it's a decent amount. It's definitely more than you would expect, probably. And we don't mind throwing that money towards that at all because, think about it. If our conversion just increases with all the hits we're getting, a little bit of conversion means everything. So I don't mind paying for that, and I don't mind taking the time.
Yeah, it's a numbers game, and you really want to squeeze all the juice from that lemon, right?
And we're addicted to the numbers game. We're addicted to getting numbers as high as we can at all times. We're already going to put in the effort, and we may as well get the most juice out of the squeeze, like you say.
Something that you just said, agents, brings me to the hot take.
Yeah, let's hit it.
Hot take.
He's looking at me. Hot take. Okay. Yes.
Hot take.
Yeah. Yes.
So
I'm here.
We have a hot take, and a reason why I wanted to read this hot take is because I was watching your presentation, and there was a jaw dropper right there for me. Here it goes. In 2026, AI agents should be a mandatory part of your operation setup. Companies treating them as nice to have are already falling behind. You said something that made me a little bit starstruck, that ClickUp currently has 5-6 AI agents that every employee uses.
The number is at least 6. It might even be 7 now, but every employee at least has like 7 agents that they're using daily, every single day. And it makes it easy. Our product does design agents, an agent builder. So you can say, hey, I need an agent that checks my email for me, right? I don't check my email anymore. I have an agent doing that. Like, why would I go look through my emails? It knows what I need to read and what I don't. I might need to go check and make sure it's not missing anything, but for the most part, it never does. Same for like research. Like, why would I do research anymore? When agents can do that for me and then break it down. Like, so I used to watch a lot of content, right? Like I used to watch a lot of videos, which I don't like doing. I don't like to have a lot of screen time, but I want to be the best in my field. So to do that, I need to watch a lot of videos, but now I don't have to. I have agents every night going through and they'll watch and they'll say, okay, this is like the 5 biggest videos in project management. This is the 5 biggest videos in B2B. This is the 5 comedy videos you should watch. And so I can just watch the 5 that it recommends me. And I'll still watch content every now and again. Agents are saving a lot of time. And there's, I can go for days on like bug reporting. We don't need as many people just scouring through our website looking for bugs. Agents can do that, right? And to say they're as good as humans is not true yet. You definitely need, I don't know where it's going to get, but you definitely still need humans guiding them. But agents can save a lot of time and they can make you way more.
Yeah, they can definitely save a lot of time. And do you trust your agents to do the job?
I trust agents to do certain things. Now, I'm not going to say I trust agents to go do everything. I'm not like, if agents are sending emails, I'm checking them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not saying like AI is full, like I'm just sitting back and AI is doing all my work. I'm not one of those liars like on social, like fire your whole marketing team because AI does this. I'm not any of that. But like, I do think anything I'm looking at any time, I should see if an agent can do it. Because why would I do, if there's something redundant I do, like let's say every time we have a new, I'll give you an example. We're doing a big product launch coming up. Why would I manually plan it out when an AI agent can go look at every product launch I've done and say, okay, every time we do a product launch, Chris, you make 8 social posts. This team needs to write copy for this. So rather than me go create the task manually, an agent can do that and say, okay, Chris, we have another launch coming up, just like you did in 4.0, just like you did in 3.0. You're going to create these social posts. Just like you did for this, you're going to create a product launch. And just like you did for this, and it's going to assign the task out for me. So anytime there's something redundant that I do.
So agent can be like a project manager.
Agents are great projects.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
So like so we used to do stand-ups, right? Like we used to do stand-ups every day. Like, hey, this is what I did yesterday. This is what I'm doing today. No need to do that because I do all my work in ClickUp. So I can go through and say, okay, Chris completed these 8 tasks. He's behind on this task. Probably should catch up here. I can ask it, hey, I have 30 minutes. What should I work on the next 30 minutes?
But when is the real human project manager needed?
The human is still needed. They need to watch. There's a human always watching the agent, right? I think it's where people are a little overrating AI in that way. Humans still need to drive the agent. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it won't get there. I don't know. I'm not some like tech genius guru. But what I do know is that right now, a human can be way more effective and can watch the agent and can look at the data the agent gives. But I would not recommend the agent just go in and apply all the work for everyone with no one checking it. That could be mistakes. Like agents are not perfect yet. They still will make mistakes. So anything like that, you need to be careful. You need to watch for. But, like if you want to create, something new, like a doc, and you want to get it started, why not have an agent do it first? Like I probably can pull and have some good data in there to start and save you time. So I look at agents as ways to save time. I'm not really looking at them to straight replace employees at this moment.
There's a lot of C-level people out there who are quite vocal about that exact thing, like having AI agents doing stuff for them. One of them being, for example, Tim from Ahrefs.
Sure, and a good friend of mine.
Yeah, his content is amazing, and I like how he makes things transparent for everyone. And it's logical and easy to see how C-level is the early adopter of having agents as operations. When is the point when you decided, okay, we have to make that, like part of the onboarding in our company is that they learn how to use these agents, like make it organization-wide? What was the point when you figured out we have to do this?
There's a couple of reasons for us. One, at ClickUp, we're very big in like eat your own dog, right? So if we're going to sell agents, we're going to know that they work well. So before we release anything to the public, we're using it. So we first started using it. And then our CEO Zeb ran like a report and he's like, wow, we are way more productive with everyone using agents. Like, this is insane. Like, I don't mind paying these token costs because we're getting way more work done. So after about 2 or 3 months of rolling out super agents to our ClickUp employees, we saw, like, we could easily see the value. So then he made a challenge. I want everyone here to go make 3 employees. And you can ask our AI what you should be using. So we can ask our own AI, hey, what am I doing right now that you could do for me if we build an agent? And it says, oh, you can do this, Y, and Z. Okay, build me that agent. And then ClickUp builds you the agent. So now there's really no excuse for us not to take seconds. So at that point, we realized that now we're just like, okay, now the ones who are using AI more are really getting more done. They really save more time, especially when you have a really high level employee working with AI. It's just, the whole 100x turn. Like you are getting more rewards, you're getting more value, and you're getting more output. So it was about 6 months ago that we really realized that we needed employees using agents. And now it's just, every day, every month I wake up and there's way more agents in ClickUp. And again, they're inside the platform. So I tagged them. They have like names, like Wally, the webinar agent. So I tagged them. Hey, Wally, I did a webinar. Can you clean up the notes for me? And they're trained and they're ready to go. So it's pretty cool.
This entire segment is just like why I said being ahead of the tech curve. Let's kind of sum it up with you giving the founders or early stage founders and the more advanced ones, like 5 things you think how they should run their operations.
100%. If you're a founder right now, I think you should look at how you're doing bug testing. I think one of the biggest unlock is just because a lot of people are worried to ship something because they have bugs, but AI is getting really good at that. So I think you should have an AI for that. I think you should have an AI for content. So going back to your founders who are very afraid to make content, I get it. Like it's hard to make content. It's not that fun. What I would do is I would set up an agent that is listening to your calls at all times. And all of a sudden, like it flags. So then at the end of every day, I have 2 agents. One agent is listening to my calls to say, hey, Chris, you said you would do this. You said you would do this. Let's create a task. Let's get it done. Because the call like, hey, I'll take this work on. But then you forget. You go take another call and you go, oh, I forgot. My agent won't let me do that. And then secondly, I would have an agent that listens to all your calls. It'll say, hey, like when you're on that call with the CMO, that was a banger. Like when you said that, when you dropped that bomb about this, like that was a good thing. Let's make a LinkedIn post. I've already drafted it for you. Make a few changes. Let's set it live. So that's another agent I would have. I would have agents that are doing stand-ups. Like if you're a really good CEO, if you're a really good founder, you know what your team is working on, you know how productive they are, and you need only good employees this time. It is a very tough time in business right now. Like to have people who are pulling dead weight is not valuable for you. But luckily, most people just need a little guidance on how they spend their time. So I would be managing how your people spend their time in some type of project management app, whatever one you want to use. I'm not selling you on that, but use some type of project management app and then have an agent that's coming through and saying, okay, this person got these 3 things done. Well, when I look at that, this isn't driving me business. This isn't driving me revenue. So I need to change what they're working on. Because at any given time, if you have 10, 20, 30, 40 employees and they're not working on the right things, you're losing money. And no one has time to lose any time or money or resources. So when you can use AI to save that, that's massive. So those are the 3 main things as a founder I would do immediately. I can give you like 100, but we don't have all that time. But you know what? Hit me up later and I'll be happy to write some.
Definitely. We have a party tonight. So
I'm coming to the party tonight. And now I'm done speaking. I'll party. You'll see me after a few drinks. Who knows? Maybe I'll build an agent in front of you.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be super cool.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
The
Signal.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So we have a few more segments and questions to go through the signal.
It will be super.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So I've spoken to a lot of founders, a lot of operators out there, and we talk about, the split between the engineering teams, the headcount in the engineering teams and the headcount in the GT go-to-market teams, right? In the agentic future, and especially now where code, the coders are 100x in terms of the output, is the human layer in the go-to-market functions making a difference in the software industry today?
Yeah, I think it is. I think that you will need a few less people. I think you'd rather have your better people. Like you won't need junior developers as much because a lot of that can be done with AI. You'd rather put your money to one really amazing, like 100x developer, you would say, with a bunch of agents, because they can almost be slowed down by someone else. So I do see development teams getting a little smaller. I'm not saying massively or anything like that. And I think you'll see more founders being made. I just think this is a big shift. And what I want people to realize is not to be too afraid is like before the internet, none of these jobs we have now were here.
Absolutely.
Right. So this is going to be a whole new phase. There's going to be way new jobs but
remodeling phase.
But I will say I would lean into AI. Like I'm not like even in marketing. It's not. I still bet on humans, but like use AI where you can. Be an AI operator where you can. It's a better time.
Yeah. And do the number of people in go-to-market functions, is that going to grow and drive the relationship building, the human-driven content that you are creating? Is that going to make a big difference or no?
Humans will still and go to market 100%. Like at the end of the day, we're still buying, right? Like there will be some changes that like maybe your agent comes to ClickUp's website and they talk and they evaluate and things like that. Like that could be in our near future, but you still can't replace what we have right now. I know you now, right? Like if we were to do business together, I'm much more going to lean to someone I know and I trust. And that's something that can't be done. And that's why I'm at these conferences still. And I think these conferences are more important now in the world of AI, where people are like behind a computer for a lot of the time. You cannot replace this. And so I think that is why I've actually even changed my role to just be out and about. I want to be around our customers. I want to meet more potential customers because I know I can close them if they meet me, and I can bring them in and show them our value in a different way than if an AI bot just hits them up or if an AI LLM recommends us.
Yeah, we can move to the next question, the final
rapid fire
segment.
questions. 10,
Let's go.
11 of them. You cannot say none. You cannot say both. You have to pick one. All right, let's go. Great product, no marketing, or average product, elite marketing?
Oh, this one hurts me to say. In the old times, I would say great product. Right now, I'd say it's marketing. Marketing is more important because anyone can build products more simple.
One brilliant senior operator or 3 juniors with agents?
Senior. Oh, but they have no agents?
3 juniors with agents.
But the senior has no agent? Junior with agents. Nah, I might still take the senior. I'll take the senior.
One viral hit at 21 million views or 100K views every week forever?
100K every week.
All right. Founder-led content or polished brand-led content?
Oh man, it's really. I think a brand.
I'm killing you. I know.
I think a founder actually is better. I think a founder is better. Yeah, although brand could reach more, but a founder. I'll go founder.
Build the agent in-house or buy it off the shelf?
Build it in-house if you can.
TikTok or LinkedIn?
LinkedIn.
Cheapest in the market or loudest in the market?
Loudest.
Ship it at 70% or polish it to 100%.
Ship it at 40% if you need
Yeah.
to. Ship it. Just ship it.
More followers or more email subscribers?
More email subscribers. For now, it's changing. Yeah.
Cut the team to move fast, keep the team to move slower.
Got the team to move fast.
Be early and wrong or late and right.
Early and wrong, you can adapt.
No content creation in growth strategy or doing keg stand with Leo.
Keg stand with Leo. I'm taking that tonight anyway, regardless.
And we have another one.
And we have overrated, underrated.
Yeah, so
Maya, go.
I'm just going to read some of the statements and you label them overrated, underrated, right? Product hunt launches.
Overrated.
Going viral.
Underrated.
SEO in 2026.
Overrated.
Cold outreach.
Still underrated, I think, actually.
Founder-led marketing.
Underrated.
AI agents for operations.
Massively underrated.
LinkedIn for B2B.
Underrated.
Brand consistency.
Underrated.
Customer surveys.
Underrated.
Keg stands.
Underrated.
Beer pong.
Beer pong is very underrated. But people are gonna be sad when I kick their ass tonight.
And SaaS Connect 2026.
The most underrated conference I've been to.
There we go.
There we go.
so
Chris
much,
Cunningham, ladies and gentlemen. Chris, it was
And
a
the
pleasure.
red corner.
It was a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
It was awesome. Thank
I just went
you.
out. My girl was waiting on me.
Yeah, we
We just need a quick selfie and that's it.